Hey everyone, Codith here. This is my Lightning Javazon build for Path of Exile 2. If after watching the class reveal trailer you immediately thought of this, then you're in the right place. And if not, you're also in the right place too. Now let's go over the build. This build is fully capable of doing tier 15s and up. It's very simple. I only have 4 skills here really, so it's very beginner friendly to use. Let's start off. Let's go over the skills. Starting from the top, we have a Disengage. Disengage is a travel ability. I use this to move around the maps a bit faster and also to get out of sticky situations. So you can run backwards and just like hit your disengage to travel like a little bit faster. It helps. And then also if you're like in a sticky situation, you can like dodge roll out of it and then, you know, mix it up with these. It's like an extra little dodge roll. It's pretty nice to have. I also included Consecrated Ground on here through Holy Descent. Consecrated Ground, when you stand in it, you recover a little bit of life per second, and then curses have reduced effect on them. So it's kind of neat to have. You don't have to have this if you don't want to, but it's something I thought was cool. Then we also have Ingenuity, that increases the cooldown recovery rate, as well as Second Wind, which lowers the cooldown, but also gives us 2 charges to use. So this refills pretty fast for us. It's really nice and handy. Next up, we have our Lightning Spear. Lightning Spear is going to be our main damage dealer here. Gives us a lot of AoE damage. This is going to also rely on Frenzy charges. You're really going to want to have Frenzy charges when you do this to get the full impact of it. Let's go over these support gems. We have Volt. Volt gives us these voltaic charges as we move around. It caps at 30, so once you hit 30, you can throw your spear to fully benefit from that increased damage build-up here. Next up, we have Perpetual Charge. This is a chance to not consume those frenzy charges, but will still like count as consuming them. Long Shot. This increases our damage when monsters are further away. And Twofold. This has a chance for consuming charges to have 20% chance to be doubled from those benefits. So this one's really nice to have. Good setup. After that, we have our Storm Lance here. That's how that looks. So this I mainly use for like single target and bosses. It's really nice for that, especially if you have frenzy charges. This will like explode. But if you don't have charges, something you can do is you can put on Explosive Spear if you want. So it kind of looks like this. Yeah, that's how the lightning looks. So I included that in my build guide too. If you want to do that, I would put Expedite and Magnified Effect on there. Make it like go off like a little bit faster. Yeah, see, a little bit faster there. But that's what it looks like if you have frenzy charges. I don't really have issues with that at the moment now, so that's why I took this off, just to make it a little bit more simpler for me. But Storm Lance, we have a Lightning Infusion, increase the lightning damage. Execute, so monsters below 35% life or maximum life, we deal 50% more damage to them. So this is really helpful for me for bosses. Primal Armament, increased weapon elemental damage. Martial Tempo to increase the attack speed, like so. I know some people do Scatter Shot, but I prefer Martial Tempo personally. Have great success with it so far. And next up, we have Barrage. This is more so like a buff. I would usually use this for like big packs of monsters, just to like buff my ability here. That's what it looks like. And for like bosses too, buff our Storm Lance. But yeah, so what Barrage does, it empowers your attacks to repeat 2 times plus an additional time per frenzy charge consumed. So currently I have a max of 4 frenzy charges. If I have max frenzy charges and I use this empower, it'll essentially repeat or have like duplicates. Like so if I throw my spear, it'll be like 6 extra lightning spears. So yeah, it gets pretty crazy. I guess you can see it on my Storm Lance right here. Yeah, see, I just threw 3 of them right there instead of just like the 1 like normal. Yeah, that's how that works. So for Barrage, we have Premeditation, skills empowered by the supported skill, deal more damage. Murderous Intent gives us Coaling Strike as well, so it's like an execute essentially. At those thresholds, you can see right there, different thresholds. 30%, 20%, 10, and 5. And then we have Deliberation. So deal more damage, but we have a movement speed penalty when you use it. Like, honestly, it's not that noticeable. We don't really use this, like, not spamming it or anything, so added damage is nice. And next up, we have our Spirit abilities. So I thought this was pretty cool. I have a Plague Nymph, not what I wanted in particular, but this is like the first monster that I found with a haste aura, and I just haven't gone hunting for another one since, but I will eventually. I like the gorillas, and I think the buzzards are kind of cool too, but we'll see. So yeah, what you want to look for with these guys, you want to get the haste aura. Haste will increase your attack speed and your move speed, as you can see right there. Yeah, it'll say it's hasted. It won't say speed, but that's like the speed aura, but it says haste. As you can see right here, monster modifiers haste. And this is really cool. I have all damage shocks. I thought that was pretty neat. For the support gems, we have loyalty. So he'll take some damage, which is nice. Makes it a little bit more tanky. Last gasp. Minions from supported skills die 4 seconds after their life reduced to 0. So gives us some more presence. It lingers around a little bit longer. And then Meat Shield. We don't really rely on the damage from him. He's more of like an off tank. He's helped me a lot, like tanking wise. And then the aura is also nice too. Next up, Combat Frenzy. This is how we are getting our frenzy charges so often. So this ties into one of the pieces of gear that we have, but essentially when we electrocute an enemy, we will gain a frenzy charge. As you can see right here on this bottom line, you can either freeze, electrocute, or pin. And for our support gems, we have Profusion. Supported skills have a 50% chance to grant an additional charge. And we have Precision. This increases our accuracy rating while this is active. And then lastly, we have our Herald of Thunder. This is like another support buff with Spirit. We have a Reach. Less accuracy, doesn't matter too much for the increased area of effect. Lightning Exposure. Lightning Exposures, it's like a debuff. It's pretty nice for all of our lightning abilities. Deadly Herald deals more damage, and then Neural Overload. Supported skills electrocute primed enemies on hit. So this like makes us electrocute a little bit faster, which is nice. Really helps synergize well with our Combat Frenzy here. And let's go over our gear, because that ties into it pretty well. So as I was talking about those frenzy charges, you're going to want Kitoko's Current to get that electrocution buildup, right? So that last line there above Corrupted, lightning damage from hits contributes to electrocution buildup. So as you're dealing lightning damage, you're gonna like increase that electrocution buildup and electrocute monsters a lot faster. Something you could use instead of this, you can use their boots called like Bushwalk or Bushwhack. They have pin buildup instead, so that's another option too if you want to go that route. So you can either freeze, electrocute, or pin to get those frenzy charges. Haven't tried it myself, but I was looking at it. It's an idea. For the weapons, we have Tangle Tongue. This is pretty sick because it increases our crit chance by a really nice amount. We're really built on like crit and crit damage. And also it forks critical hits, so that further increases like our AoE. It's pretty sick, pretty sick. For our shield, this one's really important too. Lycosidae. The main thing is that accuracy rating is doubled. So yeah, with our ascendancy, we really benefit from accuracy. So you want to stack that as much as possible. Helmet, just energy shield, evasion if possible, and resists. Armor, same as well. Evasion, energy shield, resist. You really want to get evasion and energy shield. Those are like your two defensives that you want to get, other than like resist, of course. There's the ring that I have. This one's been working out okay. I do want to replace this soon. This one as well, pretty solid. It's got rarity, a bunch of cold res. Amulet, I haven't annulled this yet, but if I were to annul it, there's two options. Let me see here. I had it written down. So the two options were Storm Charged or Overwhelming Strike for the annulment. You can check that out in the guide. I guess I can also show it here. So Storm Charged, this is the one I'm thinking of doing. I think it's a little bit more expensive, but it's over here. Right here. Yeah, so 40% increased elemental damage if you dealt a critical hit recently, and you get 20% increased critical hit chance. The other one you can do would be Overwhelming Strike. I like this one too. I think this one's a little bit cheaper if I'm not mistaken. It's down here. So you get 20% increased crit chance for attacks, 20% increased critical damage bonus for attack damage, and more stun buildup with critical hits. So I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of waiting to find like a better amulet. There is a unique amulet I'm eyeing right now. It's called Aziz. It also has like spirit and some elemental penetration, which is pretty sick, but haven't done any trading yet for it. But I mean, from the gameplay that you've seen, I've done pretty well just with this setup right here. Next up, we have our belt. I just have 2 extra charm slots on it. I thought that was cool. And then lightning resist and cold. Boots, we have movement speed, very important move speed. Energy shield, evasion, of course, if you can find it. And resist. Flasks. If you only have 1 slot, I would definitely recommend getting the stone charm to help with the stuns. If you have another slot, get that thawing charm for frozen. And then the flasks, I've got increased amount recovered, chance to gain charge when you kill an enemy. The mono one, I've got charges per second and amount recovered. Yeah, he's been working well for me. Alright, let's go over the passive tree now. Starting from here, there's our start point. We're grabbing all this increased attack damage into Primal Instinct, increased area of effect, dex, and attack speed. Got the fork in the road here. We're going right into Eagle Eye, increasing that accuracy. And we'll go over the ascendancy after this too. Coming down here, we're just grabbing this, escape velocity, increasing our movement speed and evasion rating. Coming down, grabbing that gem slot and going over here to Catalysis, increased elemental damage, and then physical damage from hits taken as damage of a random element. Going down this way, at the fork in the road here, I started off going right, so this way. Grabbing these nodes here for crit chance and accuracy into Falcon Dive. Increased attack speed per 250 accuracy rating, so this gives us a lot of attack speeds, very nice. Coming down here, we're grabbing all of this. Increased crit damage with spears, crit chance with spears, damage with spears. A lot of good stuff in this little section here. It looks like a spear too. If you look at this, it's like a shield and a spear. Pretty neat, right? Increased damage with spears, accuracy, and roll in strike. Might get this point later on if I have an extra, but I just removed that for now. And we're going up this way. Starting from the side here, this is electrocution buildup. And enemies you electrocute have 20% increased damage taken. This helps with bosses especially. If I end up like electrocuting the bosses, gives us like nice little oomph, you know. And then coming over here, we got Herald damage, increased damage while affected by Herald. So our Lightning Herald. Yeah, pretty sweet. Nice little damage boost in that section. And then coming up here, we've got, well, starting here, we got increased evasion. So this is more like defensive area. Evasion, dex, evasion. Just grabbing this dex node right here, the plus 25. Going over to the right here, we got crit chance and crit damage bonus all here. Crit damage, strength, crit chance, int. And back over here, close to the starting point, this is where we started out. Now we're going to go left at the fork. So we're grabbing all this dex here. We're going into, I believe this is the monk area. It looks kind of funky, but we get a lot of good like notables from here. So step like mist, you get movement speed, mana regen, dex and int, mindful awareness, you get evasion, energy shield, yeah, evasion, energy shield, flow like water, attack speed, dex and int, crashing wave, increased damage if you dealt a critical hit in the past 8 seconds. So we take a lot of stuff like this. Coming up here, we're grabbing this crit chance, moment of truth. When I have another point, I'm going to go over here and get more crit damage as well. Going over to this side, more defensive as well. There's like a defensive chunk here. So evasion, energy shield, as you can see. Immaterial, increased evasion rating if energy shield recharge has started in the past 2 seconds. Increased evasion rating while you have energy shield. And then we got shimmering here for that movement speed and energy shield recovery rate. Yeah, good defensive to have. And coming up over here, this is a juicy area for crit, alright? Look, you got crit damage, crit chance, dex, crit chance, crit chance, crit chance, crit damage, crit chance, increased crit damage, increased, here we go, damage on critical, increased damage if you dealt a critical hit recently. This is where it starts getting juicy. Increased damage if you crit recently, increased crit chance, and then deadly force, increased damage if you dealt a critical hit in the past 8 seconds, and increased crit chance. So I take all of this, man. This is really good. Alright, and then coming up over here, we're going down to this little chunk here. So we got increased lightning damage, lightning damage, lightning damage, lightning damage, and wild storm. More maximum lightning damage. So that is our passive tree in a nutshell. This is what I've been using. It's been working very well for me. And let's go over our ascendancy now. So starting off, for leveling, I did this one first, Predatory Instinct, because I noticed my single target wasn't that great. This really helped a lot with that. So you get revealed weakness against rare and unique enemies, 50% more damage against enemies with an open weakness. So yeah, that's huge damage boost. Next up, oh, also you got like skill speed right there. Then next up we went over here, you got accuracy rating, critical strike, chance to hit with attacks can exceed 100%. So that's why we're stacking that accuracy and like benefiting from that. So gain additional critical hit chance equal to 25% of excess chance to hit with attacks. So this further increases our critical hit chance when we stack accuracy. And then going over here, more accuracy into this. This also benefits from stacking accuracy. So this states attacks using your weapons have added physical damage equal to 25% of the accuracy of your rating. So this increases our damage based on the excess accuracy, and then this also increases our crit chance based on the accuracy. Now I haven't done my 4th or attempted it yet, but I am thinking I might do Elemental Infusion or Stalking Panther. I haven't decided yet though, but this would... I could prioritize getting like more evasion rating on the helmet, gloves, and boots, and less so on the body armor. Maybe there's like a play I can do around that. Other than that, Elemental Infusion sounds cool. We have the skill slots available too, so that last line, when you consume a Frenzy Charge, trigger Infuse Weapon to gain 2 Lightning Infusion. So we could probably find something pretty sick with this, but current setup, I only have my 3rd Ascendancy, and we're rocking and rolling in maps. It's been really good. Alright, now how about I show you a little bit more gameplay? And there you have it. We went over the skills, the gear, the passive tree. We showed some gameplay. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a fun time making it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out here in the comments. Twitch, I stream live most days, or on Discord. We got a lot of friendly people in there, so feel free to join the community. And yeah, take care everyone. Thanks for watching. Peace.